Hey guys, it's me. So, I wanted to discuss something a couple of weeks ago, but I really couldn't. I kept getting interrupted. So, here's what we're going to do we're going to talk about it today. 17 days ago, my ex put his hands on my 6-year-old daughter, snapped her head, and popped her left shoulder blade muscle an inch out of place. She has chronic neck problems now. She struggles with sleep and everything else because her neck hurts all the time. Domestic violence is never okay. The mere picture I have in my head of him walking up and grabbing her and twisting her neck hurts my heart. It irritates my soul. It pisses me off to no end. I am trying really hard to teach my children that domestic violence is never the answer. Nothing like that is ever okay. It is never, ever, ever okay. I met with our county attorney yesterday because they are prosecuting him as a felon. And they asked me if there was a chance of him ever coming back. I know the stats. I know a woman will take an abuser back because she's lonely, because she wants the sex, because she's too afraid to be on her own. She's worried about car payments and insurance and rent and utilities and groceries and keeping the family together. And I am here to tell you, I told him not just no, but hell no. I said there's no way in hell that guy's coming back in my life. Nope. I will make whatever arrangements I have to do or whatever to keep myself afloat. I'm going to be starting 2 jobs, so there's no way he's coming back. I'm literally not going to allow him back in my life. I think it's disgusting that they had to ask me that. I think it's an abomination. He is abiding by the no contact order. He has not contacted me or my children, which is a huge blessing because I honestly was expecting him to hey, I'm lonely, I want sex, hey, I want this, that, or the other, and he hasn't done any of that. So I have to give him a little bit of credit where credit is due. He has not bothered once to violate the no contact order, which is a good thing. The bad thing is him and his family have been starting lies about me, saying that I've hit my daughter, that I've left bruises on her, I've given her a black eye, I've scratched her face, whatever. It's just retaliation. He's altered a check from my checking account that made it look like I stole from my landlord, and I'm working with my landlord, so I think that's going to go away. But at the end of the day, he's screwed, blued, and tattooed because he's going to go down for hurting my child. One thing I want women to know, it is okay to be on your own. It is 100% okay to be on your own. It is okay to make arrangements for your bills. It is okay to work something out. That's what they're there for. Customer service is there to help, not hurt. They want to work with you, not against you. But you should never, ever, ever take your abuser back for whatever reason. They are not worth it. You are a beautiful soul. You have so much to live for. And at the end of the day, you deserve happiness, not to have your ass beat by some bitch who couldn't hurt him, who would rather hurt a woman than be a man and walk away, which is what I wish my ex would have done. I wish he would have walked away from my child when I said, leave her alone. Stop engaging bad behavior. Stop rewarding negative behavior, negative attention. Leave her alone. He couldn't listen. He couldn't process it fast enough. I really want women to understand that it is okay to be on your own. It is okay to not have that asshole in your life. Prison is where they should go. Prison will teach them a lesson. With my ex, I don't think prison time is right. He's got a lot of mitigating factors, and I gave what I recommended to our county attorney. So we're going to go from there. But I am setting a very big precedent for my daughters that if a person puts their hands on you, they are no longer in your life. They don't have that privilege of knowing you, of seeing you grow and become the young lady that you should be. They, at the end of the day, want to hurt people because there's something wrong with them internally. Domestic abusers have something wrong with them internally. They're missing something from their life. And so what they are doing is they are taking that frustration out on you. And you are nobody's whipping post. You are nobody's punching bag. You are not allowed, they should not be allowed to put their hands on you ever. They don't deserve you. And I completely understand why abuse victims feel the way they do. I have been in that situation with my kids' dad. And we got divorced, and we are finally in a place where we co-parent halfway decently. We work together somewhat, but we can keep communication at a minimum. So that is what it is. But at the end of the day, that's the father of my daughters. I have to speak with him no matter what. If you know somebody who is being abused, tell them to call 911 and order a pizza. The operator will know exactly what they're talking about. 100%. They will ask certain questions that will let the caller answer yes or no. And if they say things about extra toppings, the dispatchers already know what they're going to be asking for. So it's a good thing. Now, this is for men that are abused women. We have to discuss the fact that there are female domestic abusers out there, and men are less likely to talk about this. They don't want to acknowledge this. There are women out there, and I happen to know one, that will abuse a man just because they can. They have a get them before they get me mentality. And they will go out of their way to hurt somebody just because they feel like they are protecting themselves, and they're really not. Sorry. It's been a long day. Been a long couple days. But women who abuse men deserve prison time just as well. They deserve to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The downfall and the difference between a male abuser and a female abuser is a male victim is not going to report this abuse to law enforcement, because 9 times out of 10, a male officer is going to come out, and they don't want to be seen as weak in front of another male. They don't want to be seen as anything less than what they are in front of another male, because at the end of that day, what they feel is they have made themselves and the male race look bad. There is no excuse for that. If they have a woman at home who is constantly gaslighting them and, hitting them physically or stealing money from them, things like that, they should be reported at the end of the day. I've never been an abuser. I'm adamant I'm not going to be an abuser because I have survived what should have killed me. And what my ex did to my daughter, she'll survive, but it shouldn't have never happened. It should have never, ever, ever happened. So I am going to be working on my victim impact statement over the next few weeks. I kind of have an idea as to what I'm going to say and what I'm going to say to him and his family at court. But I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. I don't want anybody's children to go through what my children have not had to go through. It should not be happening. And we need to bring stronger legislation to protect people. And the good thing with this is he is charged as a felon. they're not willing to dismiss the felony down to a misdemeanor, which means he can't own guns because it's a domestic violence, it's a child endangerment charge. He can't have his weapons, which makes me happy because he doesn't need to have guns. So anyway, I'm signing off for now. Leave comments. Thank you.